Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome back to my channel, and today's going to be an awesome day. Today I'm actually going to dyno my 2005 E55 Amg, codenamed Panzer. Now, for most of you probably just barely tuning in, I haven't really done much video content on this vehicle itself. Mainly because everything how you see it now was before I even started this YouTube channel, or even attempted to do a YouTube channel. Now with 1,000 subscribers under my belt, I feel like I can probably do a little bit more on this vehicle and actually push it more than what I intended to do originally. Now everything on this vehicle is pretty much brand new as far as for the drivetrain, engine, transmission, and of course aesthetics, so you will. And pretty much I was constructing this vehicle or redoing it for the most part for reliability and longevity. I wasn't really looking to push any more horsepower out of it is what it has now currently, which is basically a 77mm pulley, a lot of supporting mods, cooling for both transmission and engine and supercharger, and of course some updated components to help it perform really well. Other than that, I haven't really done much performance aspects, and that's about to change. So recently I purchased a new set of headers. Right now I currently have some Eurochart mid-length headers, pretty standard equipment for what was available during the time when I was searching for some headers. Now I was able to finally bend over backwards and purchase some MBH long tube headers with the midsection, and I can't wait to get rid of this Alameda style exhaust system that I had pretty much constructed a couple years back. Now, I'm not going to go in too much detail as far as the other plans that I have for this E55. We're going to cut to the chase to what's the gist of this video, which is dynoing my 15-year-old E55 Amg. So this project is mainly focused on reliability and longevity. I wasn't really looking to push this vehicle any more than what it is now. I'm comfortable with horsepower. I'm not trying to break any records. I just want to see what it's putting down for the mods that it has currently, and to compare it to what I'm currently going to be receiving in the next coming weeks for the new further upgrades, including the long tube headers. Now that was pretty good, good run if I do say so myself. I was pretty impressed. Now you got to keep in mind, we are at 3,800 elevation, and for the most part our air density altitude here at that time was 5,200. So that wasn't really gonna, I was kind of worried it wasn't gonna help me much, obviously, and I was gonna feel the effects of those two parts of the equation. But honestly, Panzer did pretty good for what it has. Now obviously everything as far as main details for this run is going to be listed in the description below. So for those that want more information, I'll have a mod list, supporting list, the type of dyno we used, and of course everything other a little specified detail for this these dyno runs that I just did. But feel free to check in the description below, and you should be able to see that. But other than that, you know, I did hear a kind of a leak, and so we did a further inspection, and this is what we found. And obviously this crack right here is on the weld, and this is above the primary O2 and my AFR O2. This is on the passenger side. So luckily I had an AFR gauge hooked up to that bank. So everything was kind of stable. There was a little bit of jumps here and there of not as steady, but overall it was okay. But luckily I have the MBH headers that are going to take place of these EC or Eurocharged mid-length headers. So you will. All right, and here are the results. Our first initial run, I kind of came a little hot. So we had it at 466 horsepower to the wheels, and our max torque was at 561, and that is not bad considering this is strictly just a bolt-on type of deal with a bunch of supporting mods to kind of help with cooling. Obviously, we let Panzer chill for a little bit, sprayed a little bit of water on our secondary and our lower exchanger, and had the IC pump run for about let's say a good 10 minutes. We just let it cool down, and then we did another run at 489 horsepower and 583 foot-pound of torque, which is a good amount for just a 77 millimeter pulley with mid-length headers, and of course a DTK TCU and ECU tuning. Everything else is just supporting mods as far as cooling, upgraded components, new components, and just a good engine and transmission refresher. So this is what a healthy motor and a healthy trans and would put out on a vehicle like this, and it does move for the most part. Now, of course, we're going to be going through this process a little bit more quicker because this video, I don't want to drag it too long, but I was having to talk with some people, and they're pretty much speculating my numbers are a little lower, mainly because of that exhaust leak. It could have just maybe hindered maybe about 5 to 10 horsepower more or less, but I'm not going to leave anything to chance. This is exactly what I'm going to have, or what I'm going to state what I have for this vehicle, for what I currently have on it right now. And just let the cat out of the bag for what we know already. We are going to have some MBH headers, long tube headers with the midsection installed, which is going to increase our power a good exceptional margin. I'm not going to say by how much because I want to see more or less what the differences will show. And of course, we're going to be updating the throttle body, a bigger throttle body with the correct snout for it, and of course a new refined tune for this. And then we'll go from there. Remember, Panzer is not necessarily a horsepower. I'm not trying to get all the horsepower out of it. I love reliability. I love longevity. I love to be able to drive it. So right now I'm just trying to get it a little bit higher so it's at least well-balanced machine, and it's something that can hit the streets, and I could feel confident when I need to get on the freeway and take care of the usual opponents. You know what I mean? But other than that, this is what we got. I do like to appreciate all of you who watched this video. There's going to be plenty more to come. I have a lot more to do with this E55. So if you like W211s, if you like the M113K platform, or you just love AMGs, for the most part, like and subscribe, share this video. And this is a good content. And again, everything as far as details for this video will be in the description. So be sure to check that out. But this is Panzer. You guys take it easy.